go into a situation expecting someone to play you. How then does the artist, for example, protect himself even?
Well, I can't be played. A person trying to play me plays themselves.
Like, puts it out and it's all falling everywhere. If she wants to create some scene or whatever and have her authority.
I think that's dramatic.
Months, 4 months, 3 months.
Thank you, Poppy. Thank you so much.
Higgins and Berkowitz in the garage with the car.
If you have receipts, put them up.
Guess what you're going to do? Run me my ketchup.
Could someone provide me with that 143 page today, please?
You're an outsider. I'm an insider.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Some of it I noticed in there were emails that I had that I think you got from a FOIA request that you had on me back months ago.
No.
Well, it sure looked like it anyway. The other thing I was a little bit surprised at is...
You no-neck hoe. No, you're mad because ain't no one ever given any money to you. No one ever give your no-neck hoe ass any money.
Any other searches similar to How Long to Die in the Cold that evening on that tab?
Your Honor.
I'm going to... May I first inquire, you meant morning, I assume?
Sorry, that morning, yes.
Just clarifying, I did not look at evening searches.
Run me my barbecue. Shut your hole. I don't want to hear your mouth. I don't want to see your side glance.
These guys mean it. You shook like a little leaf, you little puss. You are a puss, Dave. And if I ever see you, I will smack you up and down this highway in 75. You are a little phony. And guess what? Oh, I'm in AA, and you're drinking your balls off on TV. You little fucking scumbag. You are. I don't give a who you are. You're a fraud. You belong in a jail, guard. You ain't no cop. You, motherfucker. Right, you got me today, buddy, and you're going to get, everyone's going to get me. I might go off on the
Good morning, people. Hold on. Let me figure out. It wants to shit the bed the second we start class. This is like insane. Can you guys hear me? First of all, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Dude, the line of Duncan. The line of Duncan. Where is he? Kevy Kev? Kevy Kev's enrolled in school? It's a big day. It's a big day. Clear out everything. Hold on. It's being stupid. Give me 1 second. Oh, son of a... Hold on. You try and do something nice. Okay, hold. Don't go nowhere. Okay. Okay, is this this should be better. Is this better? If it's not better, let me know. It should be better. Good morning. Sorry for the tardiness. Yeah, the line at Dunkin' Donuts was extremely homophobic. It was you didn't want to be there. You know, you didn't want to be there. You didn't want to be there. What's happening? It was fine before. Why? You can't hear me? You can't hear me? Miss Christina? Courtney, what's the inappropriate the inappropriate poster? No. This is the cover of Lil' Kim's hardcore album. This is the blueprint. This is, once you're done, you know what? Take 5 from class. You're excused. Go listen to Not Tonight by Lil' Kim. Come back. Let's talk. Not tonight. Not the remix not with Missy and everyone. Little Kim, not tonight. Explicit. Come back. It's the blueprint of America, basically. Okay. Good morning, guys. Class 78, Friday morning. A lot of stuff to go over. Today is the day of new beginning. You can't hear me? Leanne Carter, you better be with me, I swear to God. Leanne, why are you crashing out? I'm getting loud and clear from everyone else, Leanne. Not today, Leanne, okay? Not today. Lots to go over. A lot of stuff. Leanne. Okay. Big day today. Not just for anything else, but you know me, right? You know I'm kind of weird and like into like my numbers and my spiritual stuff, right? Today is the day for new beginnings, but not just like normal day for new beginnings. It's heightened by the power of 3. So let me just explain this to you guys really quick in like numerology, right? Today is the 19th of September, the year 2025. Okay. Now, in numerology, the 9s, they're not real, right? They're not like seen as actual numbers. They're more like reflectors. They like they enhance any other number when it's put with it. And I'll show you why in a second. So if you've done this with me before, you get to a number by adding it up till you get to a root number, which would be 1 through 9. For example, number 52, that is a root number of 7. 52 is 5 plus 2. Okay, it goes to 7. Why are 9 reflectors? Well, because if you have 52 and then a 9 at the end, say you have 529, 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 9 is 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 9 is 16, which is going to take you back to a 7 anyways, because 1 plus 6 is 7. So you have 9 for the month, 1, 9 for the day, which is just, if you get into the root of the number 19, 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So it goes back to 1. So this is 9 right here. Let me write it backwards. This is 9. This is a 1. This is a 9. This is a 1 with the power of a 9. So you have 3 9s working with the number 1 today. Days to start things, beginnings, things you want to embark on. Just a quick little note about that. Oh, we got so much. Welcome. If you ordered a Cameo in the past 5 days, my bad, my alerts weren't on. There are 2 that like have reached, like I haven't done them, so it's like better say you're sorry to these people. I realized this morning, so I'm just gonna be doing one for you for free. So you'll be getting that today. If you made a donation to It's All About the Animals on the birthday stream, I was gonna wait for Pam to send the cards out so she could sign them with me. I might just do it on my own because Pam's a busybody, and I don't want to have you guys waiting for your cards if it's going to be a bit, unless you want me to wait and have Pam do it with me. That's up to you. Let me know. I'll check the comments after. But like, if you want to have Pam like write like a from thank you, love Pam, then I'll wait and do it with her. If not, I'll just do them over the weekend. That's 2. YouTube has been unsubscribing mad people without consent. So make sure that you're subscribed to your favorite creators, right? Go make sure you subscribe to KevyKev781. Okay. Go see if you're subscribed to Emily C, because I know she's going to be starting her live stream soon. I saw that. And you're inviting random strangers to come up with you. You are ballsy. Good for you. I know you already have trouble telling people no. You're going to have someone that keeps you up there for hours and you're not going to know how to get off. And I'm going to be like, yes, you should have asked me for help. But God bless. I can't wait to see it. Here he is. Here he is. Go sub to Kevy Kev, okay? You go watch his live streams while he's like fixing 10,000 cars and talking to you about life from his backyard while he like eats a carton of butts. I feel like I'm back with my uncles. I fucking love Kevy Kev. Clara lost 50 subs yesterday. Clara, that's because you pulled out your money. Clara. That's because you, you know, you're like, I don't have this cane, but this will do. And that's why, you know, families were watching. Okay, that. So YouTube has been unsubscribing. So make sure you're subscribed, like, do the whole shebang, right? We think it's Dwayne's birthday today. I heard, or no, tomorrow. I heard it was Dwayne's birthday tomorrow. Don't know if it's true. I just saw one comment about it. Don't care. Let's all wish Dwayne a happy birthday. Yes. I didn't put an N. My bad. I was doing a few things at once and I put happy birthday Dwayne. No N. You know what? Enough N's. Happy birthday Dwayne. So everyone just say happy birthday to Dwayne. We love our Dwayne here. And I think it's tomorrow. I got a funny email that I wanted to share with you people about. I'm just going to grab it. One of our students was at, I believe, a Target. Yeah. And with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right, comes along what appears to be and what looks like to me, and you tell me, they pointed it out, but I'm like, damn it, I think you are correct. Miss Adelson, I think you are correct. Jury tamps? With the turtle? With the Teenage Mute? I saw the email and I was like, yep, those might be yeah. I don't know. Maybe everyone's catching on. Don't know. I don't know. Who the hell knows? But, right? With what? That looked like evil Michelangelo or something. So we got that Jerry Tamps. What else? Okay, for those of you that have donated to the classroom, let me read out. You know, we got a leaky roof here. Let me read out the Venmos from the past day or two. Let me grab these hoes for you. Becky G on, I believe, Tuesday said, good morning. Friday was so much fun. My favorite part was when you did the questions with Turtle Boy. Thank you, Becky. I'm glad you had fun on Friday. I'm glad everyone had fun on Friday. It's the Wilbuversary. It's the 1 week Wilbuversary. I'm glad everyone had a good time. Sarah sent a donation north of Boston and said for tuition. Thank you, Sarah. Becky sent one yesterday and said good morning. Thank you, Becky. Good morning. Andrea sent a donation to the school and said, you are hilarious. Love your content. Tell your tuxedo cat that my tuxedo cat says, what up? I will. I have two. So which one do you want me to? Is it only for one? I don't want to make one feel left out or anything like that. 3 wizards and a lady says, I sent you an email Yes, that's right. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I did get it, and thank you for the donation. And Becky sent one and said, I think we can all agree lawyer you know is obsessed with you. Why? Why? Wait, why? Why, Becky? Why are you saying why? What? Why? Don't be doing don't be doing this to me. You guys do this. Please. What did you listen? Just because my Greek boyfriend leaves his sweatshirt overnight doesn't mean you're gonna have to go and like what? 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 We can't be doing this every day. I know. What is up with me, dude? The past 3 weeks, I'm like in love. Like, what is my problem? It's bad, dude. I saw his new thumbnail. Literally, Uzo was coming out from my downstairs Greek basement. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? It's an unhealthy, parasocial, one-way Greek relationship where they leave their sweatshirt at my house and whatever. Like, he wants to define it and be like, yeah, I know Jimmy, like out in public. That's on him. But I'm just doing me. Like I said, guys, I'm here to protect my family, to promote my book, and to maintain true to my brand. Of course, it smells like the Mediterranean Sea. Duh. Yes. I'm sorry, special KML. I'd like to see what kind of mop you're repping. Don't you talk about my man that way. No, thank you. No. Because if he was, I wouldn't like him. No, let's just all be nice, okay? Let's just be nice, because what was that show on MTV where they'd be like, you think you know, but you have no idea. You think the lawyer you think you know, but you have no idea. No, no, guys. That was just mere schoolgirl discussion. That's all. That is all. No. Don't. Question. If Turtle Boy and I came out with, I haven't even talked about this with him yet, but I was thinking about it. Olivia Lambo was like, if you don't make a shirt like with the playbill from the sold out Wilbur show, like the flyer from the Wilbur, like she's like, if you guys don't make a shirt out of that, you're wasting your time. And I was like, really? Would you guys want like merch with that stuff on it? It never like crossed my mind. I was like, maybe like that's kind of a good idea. I never think of this stuff. Hence why the Thickums beanie came from an 11-year-old. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let me talk. Let me talk to him today about it. I think so too. I was even thinking like a weird cool one, like one with like the logo like all around. I feel like that would be cool. Would definitely like Wilbur poster shirt. It's hoodie season. Turtle Boy sold his old shirts for $50 a pop. Good. I told him to do 100. I'm like, your shirts that you've worn, one of a kind that you've worn. I'm like, people would pay $100 for that. No problem. Softy, he does 50. He should have done 100. And like, I was like, what are you doing? Why aren't you on OnlyFans? Look at all these thirsty hoes after you. Like, you'd make money. Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much, hon. That's a very, very kind thing to say. Sure, they would have gone 100 easy, right? 100 easy, right? So easy, I feel like. Okay. I feel like then yeah. Even like a poster, I feel like would be cool too. I feel like that would be cool. You know, people are so weird. Like, people, I just feel like sometimes the way people behave or act is like so odd. Like, for example, excuse me, like in the past month, right? In the past month, like since Turtle Boy was like, oh yeah, me and Auntie Deb and I are gonna be doing a show at the Wilbur. Like, and since like we started like working together, random people will be like, they ask me like weird questions. They're like, wait, so like what's it like doing this with him? Like, is he like what's it? Like, what's it? Is it like, and I feel like people want me to like talk shit or something. And it's happened more than once, less than 5 times more than once, but enough where I'm like noting it, where I'm like, what are you asking? Like, what do you mean? What is it like? Like, what are you asking? Like, that to me is just weird. I'm like, what do you want to know? Like, what do you want me to say? Like, he closes the door and but no one's looking, he hits me. Like, I feel like that's what they want me to say. I'm like, okay. And also, like, not for nothing, people have been like, oh my God. Like, since it's been over, they've been like, you must be like tired or relieved, right? Because it's like yes, we know it's been both you guys, but like you did all of it, like you did all the work. And I'm like, what kind of conversation are you trying to have? What do you mean? What are you implying? What are you trying to get at? Like, that's just weird to me. I don't know. Like, and I have to like answer like properly and be like, well, that was by design, right? Like, that was on purpose. Like, he had the Wilbur wanted him, right? He talked for a very long time about wanting it to be him and Karen and selling it out. That was like almost like a dream, right? He like would talk about it all the time. Shit changed, right? Like it does. Shit changed. And we had this idea and he was like, they kind of want to go with Sue O'Connell. And I was like, okay, great. Like, didn't affect me, didn't bother me, whatever. Like, whatever's best for the collective, right? And then when he was like, yeah, I don't know, it's not Sue. Sue's out. You're in. I had a couple of goals. One of them was to make this one entertaining for the ticket holder, right? Again, you can do a YouTube live stream for free, but if someone's paying $250 to come see you and you suck, they should let you know. 2, I wanted to highlight Aiden and showcase him in the best way possible without putting myself first or without like having it be about me at all, right? Like, just like kind of have be like a balance. Like, how do I present this in the best light for the best audience, for you? Be involved, but like not be, but like also yes, be, right? Like, I didn't want it to look like I wasn't going to get up there and start singing like fucking show tunes, right? Then the third thing was to make this as painless, easy, and simple as possible for him, because this is his night. He was like, trusted that I would put on a good show. I took that and I'm like, word, put some shit together. Like, Like that's what I wanted to do. That's literally what I wanted to do. I wanted it to be very, very easy and seamless. Where people are like, but you really did, right? He just sat on his ass and fucked around, right? Right. And then that's all you, right? And I'm like, what are you trying to get? Like, people are just odd. Like, think about the things you say sometimes, collective. You know? Well, he did the same thing to me too. Right. That's what he does before anything, right? Like, he did that also. He did that to Melanie at the fundraiser. He did that to Nurse Kim at, I think, one of the Halloween parties. He's done that to all of us. So that's not the new Glara. In my opinion, I don't care. I will chop my legs off to make myself 5'2" if that's what it takes. Okay. If that's what it takes. No, but like it is something that I do feel like you have to explain though to people, because it's like, why are you moving so weird? You know? Like, that's just a weird way to move. It's like, what's the real, like, what is the real question? It doesn't seem like there's a real question. Did you do everything? Might be the question. But it's like dancing around. Oh, I know. You didn't, but and like they don't finish the question. They're like, I know, but, and they pause and like you have to fill it in. I don't know. Sometimes I just fucking can't. And like, I don't have time. I don't have time to like play a guessing game on what you really want to ask. And then like when the time comes for it, what you really want to ask is so odd. Peg of leg. I loved Peg of leg. Oh, that made my night. That made my night. Totally made my night. Oh my God. One day, Nicola, speaking of, if they tried to get Starship between them, one day I'm doing a live stream in the morning. Kim's doing one. People were legit in here commenting like, I don't know what to do. That's kind of fucked up. Why are they going live at the same time? I can't believe she would do that to you. I can't believe you would do that to her. To the point where I was like, don't you dare leave this and go see Kim, because she's gonna cry to get viewers. I'll cut you if I see you in there, bitch. I'm gonna make you choose. Like, so weird. I don't know. It's like, sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Don't try to don't do all that. Like Delta says in the intro, trying to cause some scene or whatever. You're trying to cause some scene or whatever. That's literally what it is, because you're trying to cause some scene or whatever. Weird. And the other night, there was a shady ass turtle chat. Shady about someone being like, how could you ask someone to come on stage and then make them buy a ticket or something like that, right? Some kind of comment. I'm sitting there like, no one made anyone do anything. The reason that people had like little jobs, whatever things to do, is because I knew they were coming. I knew Melanie was going. I was going to be there because she told me. I knew Betero because he told me. I knew Glara because he told me. I knew Nurse Kim because she told me. So I was like, perfect. You're going to be there. Let's might as well take advantage of you while you're here. Get your ass up on stage. Emily C. Aiden was like, hey, is Emily C going? Because she'd be fun to get up there. So she's the one that I was like, are you going? I did not know other people were going to be there, though. I did not know Tom was going to be there. I did not know Richie was going to be there. I did not know Jess was going to be there. I didn't know Bradle was going to be there. Like, I would have utilized other people if I knew they were going to be there. Bitch, Eeyore, I will fucking take the tail that is pinned to your back and wrap it around your donkey trachea. That is the furthest thing from the truth, Ellen. The furthest thing from the truth. You think I would ever put something together and not make them aware? Bitch, Nurse Kim rented a space for an event and forgot to tell people till 12 hours before. Last weekend. So
this portion has been sponsored by Jury Tamps. Jury Tamps, fit for any key cycle.
Okay. Shady. You guys are so shady. So shady. So shady. Kathleen Jeremiah, welcome new member. Kevy Kev 781. Kevy Kev 1 said, Kev, do not send me super. I'm super chatting you. I went to the office. Where do I get a late slip? We used to have office workers here, Kev. You have what I'm going to call an unlimited hall pass that lasts for as long as you want it. It's like a get out of jail free card for Monopoly that like you hide and keep. You can just late, on time, early, feel like graduating, don't. You're all set, Kevy Kev. You're all set. Good morning, Kevy Kev, to all my wonderful classmates. Who is the cutie sitting behind third row? Yeah, you with the bow. Hey. Kevy Kev, what are you doing, by the way, walking around town dancing with every other lippy North Shore broad in front of Nurse Kim? I heard you gave your hat away to some hat-wearing bimbo. At the casino. And I heard she was like, oh my God, Kevy Kev gave me his Boston hat. And I think Nurse Kim wanted to commit mass arson. Granted, you know what you're doing because you get her all riled up, right? When that you get her all riled up because you're like, look, I can still pull. Don't be thinking I can pull. I don't need you, right? I get it. Smart. But you might want to, no one else is like Kimmy, right? You know what I mean? Who else carries around 2 gallons of pure pasteurized, like, can make her own White Russians at the drop of a hat? No one. No one. Go do something nice for a little lady. Go do something nice. Go do something nice. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. Nurse Kim claims she fell asleep. I do believe that, though. I do believe that. Although, is Kevy Kev in the chat to, like, clear it up and be like, yeah, she was sleeping. Didn't see her all night. Meanwhile, the next morning, I'm like, good morning, Nurse Kim. And I go to give her a hug, and she's like a Boston cream donut. And she's like, I'm like, whoa. Whoa, Kevy kept 781 plus 1. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Oh, so I stopped at the Stella once I saw you guys in the chat room talking about what appeared today in the Boston Herald, right? So I stopped and I got one because we got a lot of shit going on, and I still want to discuss. We do got to go over lawyer versus brother counsel. We do. We got to go over. We got to do the pros and cons of that one. We do. Because brother counsel ain't bad looking. I mean, man of the cloth, yes. But that is a nice looking Hebe right there. You know what I mean? Like Havan Nagila, right? Like 8 days and nights, whatever, down. Rosh Hour Hashanah. I'm just saying, I'm down. I'm just looking down. He's a nice guy, but he's a really good looking man. 6 kids, you know it works. Hands down, Lori, you know, I know it's such a toss up. It's like the mood you're in, I feel like it's the mood you're in. I don't know. Maybe I'm wild. Maybe maybe I was booked. I guess I missed you. You know, when you booked 4 times a week, every week. All right, Jimmy Kimmel, blah, blah, blah. It's fucking here. Ooh, sorry. Oh my God, then look right underneath. If you followed him before, Karen, you'll love this. Does he know that this is on the same page? They're both by Flint McColgan. Turtle Boy, Monica Cannon Grant. Karen Reed 1.0, 2.0. Or no, because there already is a 2.0. Whatever. Either way. Look at the shirt. In a world full of Jen McCabe's, be a Karen Reed. Turtle Boy slowly fights back. By Flint McColgan. An attorney for Aiden Turtleboy Carney says that prosecutors are guilty of doctoring evidence against the Karen Reed-focused blogger when securing indictments against him for witness intimidation. Mr. Carney has been prejudiced by the non-disclosure and or destruction of exculpatory indiscoverable evidence, attorney Mark Betterow writes in a new filing. Has been prejudiced by the non-disclosure. He adds that evidence is in support of the claim that the DA's biased and shoddy investigation relied upon unvetted and possibly tampered.
This portion has been sponsored by Jury Tamps. Jury Tamps, fit for any key cycle.
Tampered evidence from a source with a patently obvious motive to falsely accuse Mr. Carney and with a track record of doctoring evidence against him on at least 2 occasions. Patently? I gotta look that up. Patently. Clearly, without doubt. Okay. New word for me today. Patently. Carney, 43, faces 6 felony charges of witness intimidation and 4 misdemeanor counts of picketing jurors or court officers related to his activism in the Reed case. 2 counts of witness intimidation, 3 counts of conspiracy, and a count of picketing have been dismissed since he was indicted in December 2023. Reed, 45, was acquitted in June of 3 charges related to the killing of her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe, on January 29, 2022. The jury convicted her of only drunken driving. Drunken driving. Sounds so primal. Drunken driving. A drunkard driving. Consuming libations and driving. Carney latched onto an early theory presented in an April 2023 court filing by Reed's defense team that suggested others had killed O'Keefe and moved on from there, publishing more than 500 articles in his Canton Cover-Up series, in quotes, on Turtle Boy Daily News and releasing hundreds of hour-long videos also covering the case. In a new filing, Kearney attorney Mark Betterow says that Carney reportage, don't know that one either. Reportage sounds like porridge. The reporting of news, the reportage. Yes, Kevy Kev, you may go see the Ness. Have fun. Wear a Jimmy. Okay. Reportage. I'm dumb, obviously. Featured relentless, blistering criticisms of the Norfolk District Attorney, the Massachusetts State Police, and the civilians who Mr. Carney and many others believe concealed the truth about Mr. O'Keefe's death, and that his prosecution is a reprisal for the coverage. Across an 88-page affidavit, Betterow makes numerous allegations regarding the prosecution of his client in support of motions to have indictments dismissed and disqualify Special Assistant District Attorney Kenneth Mello from the case. After Attorney Mark Betterow published the 88-page affidavit, onlookers have noted, oh, wow, that guy definitely fucks. Look at that motion. That shit is wild. You know he just pounds. Wow, Betterow's that dude. Okay. Well, Boston Herald is getting wild. Guess that's what they said. It's in the paper. It's in the paper. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. That's wicked cool, actually. Not even kind of cool. That's wicked cool. I mean, that shit is wild. Did anyone actually go through and look at some of the shit on Lindsay's phone? One in the chats if you did. Jimmy's other kitty is feline left out. Hysterical, Zach. Thank you. When the DD drives through with my dog wanted bacon. They had severe puppy poor face this morning. Prayers for all the puppy poor face. Oh no, all puppies have beautiful face. One means you did, yeah. 2 if you didn't. 1 if you did, 2 if you didn't. Where do you find? I think it's lindsaysphone.com or something. I know that Jason Broyles tweeted it, and that's not HW on your case on Twitter. I know he like dropped the whole document. Dude, it's so wild. The things she Googled. She Googled when he was incarcerated, looking up GAYPORN in JAIL, looking up men engaging in like, this bitch is sick, dude. Like, that's wild. And I'm a Mo, and I've seen crazy stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Docking. Yeah. And that's not putting your boat on the dock either. That's when you have a little too much blanket on your bed and your friend got their blanket cut off when they were 1. So you put your blanket that you have extra over their blanket. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I mean, wow, dude. Like, what if you don't get it? If you're not picking up the things I'm putting down, then darling, you are not meant to pick this up today, right? Don't take a deep dive. If it doesn't just go to you like that, right? If it doesn't click, not meant for you. Not meant for you. If it don't apply, let it fly. Okay? Just know that you walk among the pure, and there are others that don't do that. Barbara Ellison, the Ellisons, the daughters of the Confederacy. You know the Ellisons, darling. Yes, the Ellisons. You criticized his thumbnail and he promptly changed it. Coincidence? I think not. Get out of here. Lies. No, Barbara. Liza Minnelli. Lies, Barbara. The lies you tell. The Barbara we thought we knew. No. He did not. Y'all making up. I was, and let's just be real. I wasn't criticizing the thumbnail. That was the last thing I was doing. It's this one specifically that it's this one specifically that wants me to like, that makes me want to like give up my humdrum life and just like make baklava for a man forever. Let me show you. That's Uncle Jesse. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I just think that he looks great in that thumbnail. That's all. It's very nice. He knows his angles. Very nice. And I did not criticize Barbara Ellison of the Daughters of the Confederacy. Jojo says, just knowing the McAlbert's head will explode every time they see somebody parading around in a shirt with you guys on it is Munsky. I mean, and like, I never really like dabble in McAlbert discuss really that much, but like, I know for like Brian Albert, you can just tell that he thinks he's like so Boston, like King Boston. And it's very, very, must be very, very rewarding and like beyond cathartic for Aiden to have sold out the Wilbur with his face, exposing his lies when he thought he ran Boston with Mackie Mac, with the microprocessors, Frank. Where are those microprocessors, Frank? I need those microprocessors, Frank. I'm a ditzy girl, says, I noticed Brother Counsel's dream brown eyes yesterday. I was mesmerized. He's a handsome man. He's a handsome man. We need a poll on this. Ha! No, but like a real one. Like a YouTube one. Didn't he move away to Maine? Oh, hun, probably. Yeah, probably. Probably in Maine. Doing something. Doing Maine stuff. Or whatevs. How do I interact with the... How do I interact? Oh, I gotta do it on my computer. This is what Brandy taught me. Okay. Give me this. We messing with the same girl. Same girl. Hold on, please, friends. Okay. Oh, I can give memberships away. Let me do that. Hold up. Oh, too many buttons. Okay. Boom. Boom. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. The poll is in the chat room. If you don't understand the poll, it does not fly. So do not let it, it does not apply. So let it fly. Okay. Damn. Ooh, damn. Well, we've been going hard on LYK for like a good, I mean, since the pre-games. For months now, that's been our man. So could be a skewed poll. It could be skewed. It could be skewed. Oh my God, and Auntie Deb, what? Thank you so much. Gifted 5 memberships. Wow, 'tis the season. And again, oh my good. Wow. 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 It's a pay it forward kind of day, you know? But yeah, dude, that stuff on the phone is crazy. Anyone watch the body cam? 1 in the chat if you watched the body cam footage from Karen. 2 if you didn't. I didn't really see much. I caught like a few minutes of it. LTL had it on. I don't know where else it is. I believe that could be. I know he has a media pass, so he might have like gotten like secret clips. But weren't they all already out before? Oh, I don't know. That was my first time seeing it. That was my first time seeing it. And there's a part where they're getting out of the garage or something. They're like at her mom's. No, they're at her house. They're in a garage. They're somewhere in a friggin' garage. Regardless, there's a part where, like, in order to like leave it, because it was so cold, like in order to like leave the garage, you had to like rush, right? Like when you have the thing come down, like you have to like rush out or like get out quickly. And what did the guy say? Like one of the cops was like, ooh, whoa. It was her house in Mansfield, right? Okay. Yeah. What, the guy was like, what was it? Oh, so like when they go to like close the garage, right? One of the cops is like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to make a run for it," or something, or like, "Oh, I got to make a run for it." Not even close. He was meaning about leaving the garage to like get out on time, and Nan was like, "Pause. Look, already biased. They have to make a. They're gonna run for it. They're gonna run from it. Already biased." I'm like, they're talking about closing the garage. Like it wasn't about like
This portion has been sponsored by Jury Tamps. Jury Tamps, fit for any key cycle.
You paying attention? You watching? You know? Should probably pay attention and watch. Should probably might be nice to be paying. Yeah. Iris. Yeah. Join the club. Yeah. So that I was like, not correct. Segment. Okay, LYK versus BC. Let's get on that. And then we're going to dive into the reading. And pull. Oh, he LYK is the favorite. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay, done. One-way ticket to Greece. That's fine. Yes, I'll run away with you. Yes, that's fine. I don't care. Yes, every cousin you have and grandfather can come live with us. Sure. Yes, I'll cook forever. Yes. Fine. I don't care. Done. I'm in. Sold. Sold. Should we watch or should we read? We'll read and then we'll end it on the watch. We'll read and then we'll end it on the watch. So we have a couple pages in our book to go over. Storm of Suspicion. Remember where we left off, right? We're going to go over so it's part 6, Into the Storm, section 1, A Perfect Storm, the Canton Bag, and then Mysterious Call. Very quick reads. The Perfect Storm section is some of the most dramatic writing I've ever come across in my very long career as a fake YouTube teacher. Here we go. Let's all keep in mind we're on page 239 of a 360-page book. We're a good chunk over. In Sebastian Junger's novel, is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. The Perfect Storm. The catastrophe is described as an extraordinary event that might occur once in a lifetime. It was a rare convergence of 3 weather systems, a high-pressure system from the Great Lakes, a low over the Atlantic, and Hurricane Grace coming in from the Caribbean. The result was intense winds, massive waves, and a storm that lasted 5 days. Looking further back, what led to the high and low pressure systems in the late season hurricane? Bear with me a moment. I'm cooking up a metaphor. Cold air masses from the Arctic descended over the Great Lakes, pushing air down, creating high pressure. When the Arctic air masses ran into the air flowing north from the Gulf, the warm air was forced up, creating the low. and the hurricane began as a tropical disturbance coming off the coast of Africa. In the perfect storm, these all came together in a rare and powerful confluence of timing. It happens maybe once or twice a century. What are the parallels in the Free Karen Reed crusade? What air masses were moving, pressures falling, and disturbances forming? Let's go back to our Mason-Dixon line, racist. When Karen met David Yannetti for the first time in person, it was through prison bars shortly before her arraignment. She had been arrested Tuesday, February 1st, spent the night in jail. Yannetti went over the charging document with her. Healing wound and hypothermia, Karen showing her people her broken taillight, saying, I hit him, and taillight pieces from her car found buried in the snow. Then guards whisked her to court to be arraigned. Yannetti told the court that his client had no criminal intent and that she loved the victim. He repeated this to the media minutes later on the courthouse steps. But one thing he didn't say was, my client didn't do this. Which means Karen didn't tell him that she didn't do it. In no way, shape, or form did Karen tell her defense attorney on February 2nd, a short time before her arraignment, that she didn't strike John with her vehicle. Had she done so, he would have said this in court. It can always be changed later, but the normal starting point is, my client didn't do this. We look forward to our day in court. That didn't happen, though. As we look for origins, it's important to understand that by the time of her arraignment on February 2nd, no one had yet planted in the minds of Karen or her defense attorney the notion that John might have been killed by someone else. However, by then, rumors were already starting to gel in Canton. So dramatic. What is he saying? Not much. Here's the thing. In classic Kevin form, he says something and presents his argument when he doesn't realize that he's actually... Dwayne, happy birthday. We got a balloon for you. It's over there. But in the beginning of the stream, we talked about it. We love you. Happy birthday, Dwayne. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day tomorrow. We all love you. I forgot what I was saying, but let's go into this part that's labeled the Canton bag. The drinking culture in Canton is unlike anything I've ever seen. It's a culture that has an upside. Alcohol strengthens the social bonds, and a downside, the tragic end of John O'Keefe. Do you think alcohol strengthens social bonds? That's just another way of saying this is tight-knit. Unless you're in here boozing with everyone else, you're nobody and no one cares about you. And I really got to rant on this part. There's one part that I really got to rant on. Dramatic ice cubes. Let me just read this paragraph and then let's discuss. This type of thing was so common. Okay, so he's talking about a Canton bag. What a Canton bag is, I guess it's when someone sneaks you nips in Canton. I guess it's like a whole Canton thing. Someone sneaks you nips, right? Jack Daniels nips when he went to go eat at Blue Ribbon Barbecue. And he's like, they don't have a liquor license. And they gave me a Canton bag, which is like a ton of booze. He writes, this type of thing was so common that they actually had a name for it, the Canton bag. Subsequent research would affirm the popularity of the Canton bag. School sports are huge in this town, and parents are very actively involved as coaches or helping to raise money for the teams. But these sports also become the center of social life of the parents that reach their 30s and 40s, and the kids reach high school. Wednesdays and Saturdays are the big local sports days, but anytime there's a game, one of the parents will host a pregame before the child's event. There will be drinks. Then they head off to the game. At least one person will have a Canton bag with them. The partying continues after, either at another parent's home or a local watering hole. That was the occasion for every getting together at the waterfall. And I'm really glad he wrote that, because this happens a lot. Okay. This happens a lot and it's fucking gross. I'm going to say this. If you're doing this at your kid's game, you need help. You need help. And if you think no one knows, everyone knows. And if you think your kids don't know, they know. They're soaking it up and you're embarrassing them. I went to my niece's baseball game, softball, and there was a group of parents sitting around standing around the bleachers. Like if you wanted to go walk by, you wouldn't be able to. There was like 12 of them, middle-aged, right? Middle-aged. Very obviously drinking and partying while their kids are playing games. You don't go to the games to watch your kids. You go to get fucked up because you are still trying to relive that moment that you never had when you were younger. It's gross. It's embarrassing. Around the children, it's extra gross and it's extra embarrassing. I don't think it's cool. I don't think it makes you look cool. I definitely don't think anyone else around you think you're cool. You seem out of control that you can't even go to a 2-hour game for your child without turning it into something for you. I don't think it's cool. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you're like, I need my dick. It's icky. It's very icky. It's very telling you. Like, everyone knows you should be embarrassed. I just wanted to say that. That's it. Next part, he starts trashing this guy, Tom Beatty, saying that Tom Beatty was flirting with Karen and where everyone went at the hillside after the games. And he does one of his classic Kevin compliments. Here's what he has to say. Tom Beatty is a hard-drinking hulk of a man who looks you in the eye and doesn't hesitate to buy you the first round. 6'2", 250 construction worker, plenty of free time between jobs, and during those down periods, his habits range from Dunkin' Donuts in the morning to C.F. McCarthy's by noon, and eventually to, you guessed it, the hillside. But he wouldn't miss one of his daughter's games for the world. What? Beatty isn't what you would call a deep thinker. Oh, that's nice, Kevin. That's really nice. That's really nice. Canton is a town where the high school kids from last generation stick around and stay in the same cliques while their kids form their own factions. Tom Beatty grew up in Dorchester. He's now a part of the social fabric of Canton, mostly accepted by the old guard, but he didn't go to high school with them. Does that matter? Well, the McCabe's and Alberts did go to that high school, so for that matter, did the lead investigator, Michael Proctor, maybe at times make Beatty slightly, just slightly, feel like an outsider. Like, Kev, you're almost there. Like, you're almost there. You're close. You're close. You're close. But he discusses how his oldest, Aaron, received a phone call from Colin at 2:31 that night. The call went unanswered. The purpose is unknown. The bill confirms the phone call. Maybe Colin was just trying to get some neck. I don't know. I'm not sure. That part about drinking at the kids' games really, really struck a chord with me. The next part that we're going to go into is, I'm not going to lie, I was skimming ahead. Pretty juicy. It's pretty juicy. That's all we might have to take this page by page. Kev's a slow burn kind of guy. I'm not going to even lie. I've had a blast with this. Is a $25 very well spent. It says 12:31, Emily. Is it 12:31? Such call actually took place at 12:31. That's what he says. 12:30. And then John's phone last moved at 12:32:16, according to the cottage. But yeah, and the next part he gets into Scanlon, which I believe I worked with him, actually, to be honest, because I think I remember him from the jail. But that's all next week on Storm of Suspicion, a tale by Kevin Lanahan. What are we at? Do you guys want to watch a couple more of the crash out that we watched from yesterday? We stopped in an hour. And we still have a little more. We can go over 10:15. We can go over 10:15. And then we got to read a passage from this book. Seems familiar. I don't think I know, but we may have worked there at the same time. Okay, let's watch a little bit of this. Oh, Jasmine, can you redo the poll now that we know BC is brother council? I will consider it. Jasmine, my bad. I will consider it. Mad Mom, Jimmy, there are ball fields in Kansas that serve beer and White Claws. Yeah, there are ball fields here that serve beer and White Claws as well, hon. It's just like when you make it about that, when you meet everyone there, when like, you know, like when you see it, like you make it a thing around drinking, when you surround your events with alcohol, and when alcohol is the reason for your things. It's the difference between going and ordering a White Claw or whatever. When your social events are based around drinking in children, huge difference. Okay. Yeah, but these people were partying, like basically doing keg stands. One of the parents at the game got into a fight, physical, caught a DV in the parking lot, while one goes and holds a Yeti cup, the other one goes and fills it up with like wine, and they like pass it around. They're wicked loud, they're cranking butts, they're not even watching the game. Like it's very different than like a casual beverage among friends. Yeah, I seen it. This is Worcester, Jesse Burkett Field. Oh, we were watching the chat replay too. Okay, yeah. Ooh, and I got some intel about these people too from Chrissy Mello. Okay, let me grab that and let me share the intel. Where's my phone? Intel is, because remember we were talking about Dave and Dubs, and we were like, who are these people? Folklore, they never existed. Prove it. Remember? We got into a huge fight, all of us. Okay. So, Mello said, oh my God, you didn't know about Dubs and Dave McGrath? They left Yellow Cottage Tales and started their own YouTube called Unsafe Spaces. There was a third guy named Jesse, aka Jesse Sweaters. The show got banned. Dubs started a cooking show that flopped as well. Dubs is good friends with Elisa, aka Twisted Tragedies. Aiden reached out to Dave months ago because he was told Dave flipped. Dave never responded. He was a diehard Turtle Rider for years before this. That's all I know. That's all I know. Let's take a deep dive into the past with old FKR TB folklore. Let's go.
Karen's taillight is two-toned in the
Let me know if
back.
you can hear it.
There's red, there's yellow, and then the backup light is white. What you saw there was the part of the taillight that's yellow. It's two-toned. Right. And I defied anyone who's Alexis to come out in the chat there to say it. It's a two-tone light, and that's what we see. It's not a beam of white. It would have been like the way that Proctor says, now, this is what he says in Dyke. It's not only shattered, but a large chunk taken out. Remember, these reports are done after the fact. They're not done contemporaneous when they see the car. They go back and they say, okay, what did we do? Right there, what did we see? Right. Oh, he says it's shattered with a large chunk missing. I suggest right now you look at that video again, there's no large chunk missing. Those cars, that way that taillight's made is it goes in. It compresses inside.
Yeah, I mean, I point out in the video that sorry, go ahead.
I think you've gotten angry tonight, and you know, as I say to everybody who asks me about you, I say Kevin's one of the greatest guys I know. He's one of my best friends, and I think you got burned on your Delphi case, and I think that really gives you I think
Yo.
at one.
Look at Dubs. She's like, you just went there. He said, they're not even talking about whatever happened with the Delphi case. He goes, you got burned. That's like if you were freaking out about something and they were like, I think this is about your ex. I think it's your last relationship is still bothering you. And you're like, we're not even talking about that. Where'd that come from? Yeah, we don't know what Dave is using here for a camera lens. There's a Vaseline lens. I don't love it. I can't tell. I want to see. Let's throw in the closed caption.
At one point, you thought you had a great suspect for it, and maybe
no, I got that right. I never got burned.
Okay.
I got that right. I made that call about 3 weeks before they caught him. I got the profile. I nailed it.
And Janice, you always in the chat every night saying that I play both sides. I think outside of Turtle Boy and Sean, there's been no person louder about Karen Reed is innocent than me, and I think that's crazy. I just want to go back to Kevin and get him a little calmed down because he's a really rational thinker, and sometimes
I think I'm being rational here.
Yo, look at Kevin.
Right.
Look at Kevin. I want to get him to calm down. He's a really rational thinker. Dude. If someone was talking to me like this, though, like while I was in the middle of like freaking out, I'd be like, step. Like, back off. Let's do cyan. Okay, let's call it green. No, ick. Okay, magenta.
And if you got, I'm sure you guys are reading the comments too, and that what you see in the comments is exactly what a mindless mob looks like. That's what it looks like. If you've never been around one, that's what it looks like. Now look at the nature of the comments in there, the highly personal attacks and shit that don't even make sense. It's a mob mentality, and mobs are dangerous. Mobs make anybody studies have shown this. Sociological studies have shown this. People that go into a mob become mindless. Really, the smartest people in the world can become mindless once they're in a mob. They lose all ability to control their own thinking. And I'm resisting that. That's all.
Okay. I guess I'm in the mob. I don't know. I guess I'm part of this mob, but I mean, it's kind of overwhelming. And it's kind of overwhelming at this point. I mean, you just look. I think Turtle Boy has 120 pages of the Canton cover up right now, and it's just overwhelming. Go ahead, Sean. Sorry.
I'm just going back to the taillight, and just don't forget that tow car driver, the tow truck driver. He would have definitely noted, and I think someone in the Facebook groups had said that she had a Lexus. Oh no, she had a tow car for a battery. The car had to be towed for a battery change, and the guy videotaped everything. So this kid down there, and I guess I call him a kid. Anyways, he took the car and he said, "I know there was no damage visible."
Look at Kevin. Kevin's looking around like I hate
language.
all you guys.
And a large chunk of plastic missing. That's not what that car looked like departing at 5:08 in the morning.
Certainly not.
And listen, the car was unattended for like 12 hours. Anything would happen. Like the crime scene. Like the crime scene.
I can maybe see missing a crack, but not pieces missing.
And did you see the chunks? Did you see the chunks that were found at the scene?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Yeah. All right, so let's. All right, Kevin, real quick. Match those chunks that the cops found seriously on top of the snowbanks and put them. Try to fit that in the taillight as it was leaving at 5:08.
Right.
Yeah, no, it looks suspicious to me too, and I mentioned this all in my video.
No, Kevin, don't say it's. I want you to look at that and say, could those three chunks? Don't forget Berkowitz. Could those three chunks possibly, when we saw with our own eyes, our eyes are not lying.
No, but when you take a picture of something, you don't know what the size is. So when you take
this person says crumb bum Kevin, crumb bum.
A picture of a piece of glass lying in the snow. I don't know if it's an inch long or 8 inches long. I really can't tell by looking at it. So this is when it comes down to a trial, when that glass will be lined up on a table and people can look at it. I mean, that's why you wait for a trial.
Another thing, it should have been photographed with a reference point.
Right.
All right. Mermaid Mary, RN, the one who hates division. We don't agree with you, so we're mindless. Wow. Mermaid Mary RN is very dramatic.
That's another problem they had. No, like the back of the head. The people at the hospital got it right. The cops
love you, Mermaid.
Give us a reference point. They showed the damn thing on top of the snowbank after a blizzard, and the sneakers on. I mean, we're just rehashing the whole thing. But
no, but that's basically you're agreeing with me that we don't know the size of that glass because you're looking at it just as glass on top of a snowy background, so we don't really know for sure what we're looking at.
It looked pretty big. That's what I'm trying to say.
It looks big too, but I can make a 1-inch piece of glass look big too if I just focus it in on it. On the camera. So, I mean, I just don't know what I'm looking at. That's all. I mean, it comes down to basic principles here, and there are a lot of odd things in this case, and I cover this in my video. But you still have to overcome an awful lot to create a conspiracy of this kind of nature, which is highly, highly, highly improbable. And you still have the timeline, 1241, 1232. It's very hard to get around that. And there may be other evidence that's going to come out here too. We don't know what the black box is going to say. Lally has said that it indicates that there was a collision at that time, but we don't know until we see it. And I don't trust Lally either. I mean, so I've gone over that many times on this channel. I don't like the way he gave that explanation for why the health app data was off by comparing it to the fact that the phone moved after John was pronounced dead at the hospital. That was insane. I don't like that Lally, when the defense talked about the gap in the library video, and Lally basically just said, "Oh well, we got the same gap too. What can I say?" I don't like that shit. So I don't trust the system. So I am glad that people are protesting it. I don't trust the DA. I don't trust the police down there. But to just go dive off the deep end without, in a case like this, when you don't have conclusive evidence, and give up the idea of looking at both sides, that's the very height of irrational behavior to me. And I'm not going to do it because evidence isn't strong enough.
He's speaking in his Kevin absolutes, as he likes to do in the book.
Where the hell else are you going to get any information about this case whatsoever?
That's the main point.
Is that putting any of this information out there? Exactly. You had me look it up.
If he didn't do that, nobody would know anything about this. You know,
yes,
what I mean? You know why that's important?
Yeah. Good.
That's all.
I put out a video in April saying exactly the same thing, so I agree with that. But I think the other half of the story has to be told. The defense put together a case, found a friendly media source, fed him their information, and basically used them. And he agreed to that because it benefited him, and he had a deal with them, and that's not journalism, and that's not. We should be careful. We should be questioning that stuff. Listen, you should be questioning the narrative that the Globe gives you, but you should also be questioning the narrative that someone who is clearly an ally of the defense and not someone that's even aiming to be objective here is giving you that information. You're getting one side, and you should understand that that's dangerous. If you're only getting your information from one side, it's like getting all your information from MSNBC. It's crazy. You're going to end up with a distorted view of the world, and that's what's happening here.
There's been a lot of cases broken by Aiden, and I trust him, man.
I give him credit for that.
I love you too, guys.
Yeah, we both love you very much, Kev. But
Has Turtle Boy talked about the missing ring video on John Keith's phone? Has he talked about that at all? You guys listen to every minute, every show. Has he talked about that at all?
I know you say I listen every minute, every show.
Whoa, dude. You shady bitch.
Yeah, but
Has Turtle Boy talked about the missing ring video on John Keith's phone? Has he talked about that at all? You guys listen to every minute, every show. And on John Keith's phone. Has he talked about that at all? You guys listen to every minute of every show.
Oh, she is feeling spicy tonight. Yes, she is. Ooh.
Has he talked about that at all?
I know you say I listen every minute of every show, like almost like you're talking down to me. Like, what else should I do?
No, I don't know. I'm sorry. I just meant that I missed.
Reading,
I've missed some. I've listened to a lot of his shows too. I missed that. That's all I'm saying. So
when you say I listen to every minute, it sounds like you're almost being mean. What in the first argument of a marriage is this?
I apologize. I didn't mean it that way. I just mean, has he talked about that?
I don't remember. Potentially.
You know what? I guess I forgot.
He has actually.
I guess I was too busy watching every minute of every show to pay attention, trying to put food on this table for this family. I guess I must have missed it, Kevin. Because Lord knows you're perfect.
I believe he's actually talked about how the defense may have gotten a hold of his phone and how they can delete the ring camera footage from the phone. And I also believe that the defense has put in, and I said the defense had his phone, I meant to say prosecution has his phone. And I believe they...
There's a new guy at work and he's really nice to me. And he tells me I'm pretty. And you know what? The other day he asked me to get lunch and I wanted to say yes. I wanted to say yes.
Could have deleted it from there.
Sorry.
I'm
sorry.
But I think we're just going round and round, and it's irrelevant at this point. I think you should just relax a little bit, and if I remember right, just to
look at Dubs.
Your question, I believe he's put out a couple of times.
Dubs is like, I'm not having a bowel movement for the next 4 years.
So
yeah. All right, thank you.
And again, I'm going completely off memory.
I'm going off his comments.
Sean's like, I'm a 35-year decorated fucking 1-year-old for this. I gotta sit around with these fucking flap that gums.
Yeah, I know. Asking for that ring camera footage, and they still don't have it. I mean, for Christ's sake, they've been asking for the original fucking death certificate since day one, and they still don't have that. Where is this information? Where is all of this? Like, I get that you're frustrated. I get that this is a lot, seeing all this information only come from one source, but he's the only person putting this information out there.
Because the defense used
them. Where the fuck else are we?
Because the defense used them. The prosecution can't play it that way, the prosecution. So that's why you just have to be a little bit objective about it. And I think if Turtle Boy was objective, he would take that information, use it, but try to stand back and say, let's question this a little bit. Let's give you all the information. And he hasn't wanted to do that. And he doesn't want to do that. And I think he's going to be damaged in the long run because of it.
Dave Peast?
I mean, yeah, you're entitled to your opinion.
New camera?
Just like everybody else is. But
new camera.
We're all...
It's only 2 years ago.
Seeing the same information come out there. We're all seeing the same stuff coming from
somehow it's blurry.
One or two sources, usually just one, because Turtle Boy's the only one putting anything out there. So we're all being as objective as we possibly can. It's not, you can't by and large say that everybody who's listening to Turtle Boy, who's reading his articles, is a mob. I showed up at that protest because I wanted to, and because I thought that I was supposed to be there, and because I thought it was the right thing to do. I didn't do it because Turtle Boy told me to.
Right.
I did it because I felt the need to be there and to put my voice out there for Karen, because I do think that she is not guilty. But I formed that opinion reading all of this information.
Right.
Not just from Turtle Boy, but from you also, and from anything else that I could find, particularly comments in that Justice for Karen and John group. I mean, I'm forming my opinion based on the information that is put in front of me constantly.
Kevin's not listening.
You know, Turtle Boy was the one who got this train going, but he's not the only person talking about this now.
Right. Right. And he shouldn't be. And that's the thing is, and I've always respected you for going there. And I've always said that. And my position has always been, even if I'm not sure, or even if it turns out that Karen is guilty, the people that went there and protested did a good thing, because they're letting their voice, they're letting the authority, the people that went there and protested did not sure, or even if it turns out that Karen is guilty, the people that went there and protested.
What is that? Is that a bottle of liquid with no label that's just like loose and cold, like it's a loose Where are you? Are you like having a dream that you're at the doctor's? What is this? What is that bottle? I'm not just gonna like let you softball that in.
It did a good thing. Or even if it turns out that Karen is guilty, the people that went there and protested did a good thing, because they're letting their voice, they're letting the authorities understand
you
that
take one
you can't
sip?
just do stuff in secret
you look
here.
So thirsty.
We're watching you. You can't just run shoddy investigations like with Birchmore. We're watching you. And that's why I think it's very important that you guys went and covered that. And I'm for covering this all the time. So I'm definitely not against that. And I hope I didn't give you that impression. I apologize. I just react to some of the stuff that you see said in posts, you know, that I'm fake and I have cancer and all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's just, some of the stuff that gets said is pretty wild. So, but no, it's not directed at you guys at all. And I hope you accept that and know that. But
absolutely. Kevin, what's your opinion on the fact that the FBI is handing out subpoenas in this?
It's powerful. It's powerful. Something's going on. Yeah.
So there is someone at the federal level taking a little look at what happened in this case.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that.
I don't know what happened with Kevin, but I feel like something happened to make him so strongly go against TB. Something, I don't know what. Maybe we'll get to it in the book. Maybe I'll get to his side in the book. But I don't know.
Do anything to do with Turtle Boy.
Right. I mean, I started the video that I just narrated today. I started with on the defense side of the idea of how is it possible that it's pitch dark, it's an hour before sunrise that morning, and in this quiet, bucolic neighborhood, suddenly you have an ambulance, a fire truck, and those fire engines are loud in a neighborhood like that. I don't know how many.
I would say no. I don't think so. I don't think he would do that. Like, he like produced documents and shit before. I've like seen them. And like, I don't know if that's factual. Like, here's the thing about Kevin is not like I don't feel like he's the number one main villain. I don't know. I kind of don't hate his book. He's entertaining. This is entertaining. He's crashing out about this, like just taking it very seriously. I don't mind him. I don't think he would do that. I don't. There are like way easier ways if you're gonna like con your way into like making money.
These squad cars, so flashing blue and red lights. The Alberts had 2 windows on the front lawn, and so you get they're trained. If you're a cop or anybody that works in firefighter, you're trained to respond to those kind of things, and they never wake up. In fact, they don't wake up. And I read the charging document until Jen McCabe goes into the house. I don't know what time that was because she tried to call them twice. She called Nicole and she tried to call Brian and they didn't answer. So then she goes into the house and all the way up into the room. And that's how they first supposedly find out about it. At least that's their grand jury testimony.
Here's the thing is in the beginning of this video, he's like, you're going to turn Jen McCabe into a villain. And here he's like going through what Jen did. I think yeah, Jen. This is the workings of Disney villain Jen. We haven't seen her since season 1, but this is the workings of season 1 in the height of her Disney villain era, Miss Jennifer McCabe. If you took her staff that she walks around with of the Cobra and you smashed it and red smoke came out, his eyes would like do this and he'd go back to normal.
And in addition, Brian Albert Jr. was in there and he apparently didn't hear it either and go running into the room and say, oh my God, Dad, there's a whole circus going on the front lawn. I mean, everybody was out there. Neighbors were out there. So I started my case talking about there's this weirdness there. And then you go on to the FBI.
You're not the one to say where weirdness is. Love you, but
that the deputy chief lives across the street and he doesn't come out. Or as Sean, as we talked about, it seems to be confirmed that that John O'Keefe had called the Canton police to dime on a drug dealer, which may not have been connected to them, but it's a strange thing that he calls the police and then not long later he ends up violently killed. So there's a lot of things to look at here. There's no question, including all the great things you guys just mentioned.
Kevin, what is it that 9/11 call that they desperately do not want to release? There's something in that call that they don't want to release. Every police agency is releasing 9/11 calls. This has been, 8.5 months, 19 months.
Does he mean 911?
Get the 9/11 call.
Can't call them 9/11 calls. That's just we can't be starting that.
Back to the cops. I don't want to say they're hiding anything, but what is the problem? Let us hear the 9/11 call.
Yeah, you don't know what I mean. Sometimes you're hiding incompetence or something else that has nothing to do with.
It should be simple. Jen McCabe says we need help.
9/11 call.
Why does it take 3.5 minutes to get help? What was said on the phone?
Right. We should also be able to get John's call to dime out the drug dealer.
You just said you didn't know if it was a drug dealer. Ms. Swampie, very old, 2 years old, very old. This is back in the day buffet, and this is actually what's happening along with our reading, same timeline. So where we're reading in this moment here are not far apart. It's like the beginnings of Free Karen Reed. It's kind of explaining, not a lot, but I'm like, things are making sense. Where's Kevin stand now? Usually right outside his house. Yeah. Gets up there 2 feet.
At least some transcript or some version, even if they have to black out the names that he's reporting.
I'm sure all those detectives will be questioned somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it's the 9/11 call. It's this case. It's the first bell that was rung in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, and we can't get that.
Okay. If you guys.
Anyone have any? I mean, that's my.
He's like, "Okay, and what now?"
Yeah, I think
he's so bitchy.
Great question and a big one, and there's a lot of questions, and I appreciate everything you said, Sean.
There's no answers.
Right on.
There's no answers. There's no answers. That's the thing. These are softball questions. These are softball.
Right.
It's true.
What's in that call? I want to know what's in that call.
What's in that call? What you got in that call?
Right.
What's in that
We'd like to know we'd like to get an objective opinion on the autopsy of whether or not I wish we could see what those wounds are on the arm, among other things on the autopsy. But unfortunately, there's no way to go back and get that.
They could.
I don't know what would be there, but.
Well, they could.
What's that, Aaron?
I said dog saliva.
Oh,
I mean, the tissue is no longer available.
yeah.
That means that the defense would have to petition the court to exhume the body.
Do they play nice the rest of the
And
time? 'Cause
redo.
Kevin seems like
if
turned
possible, it's
off
19 months
completely.
now. I'm not sure how it goes, but very interesting.
This is where
Maybe a little bit more if the heart was still pumping. How do we know they didn't?
Massive.
Oh, the condition, but they thought it was right. Can't cough. Tell them not to.
That's your question, Jeff. If the same cop that collected
Sean's
blood
trying to
was
like
in the house,
neutralize.
I hope so.
What was that?
obstructions. Yeah, he's got to justify his actions.
I think he's capable of being a great
magician. Okay, I'm just saying his own investigation.
You know, so but when you don't hear that, you think that, oh wow, that somebody is on the other side. I don't really understand that way of thinking, but
okay, I'm just saying his own Well,
someone has something on someone.
Who had the goods? There you go. That's it.
I apologize, Alyssa, but Turtle was in her challenging me in here. What did Alyssa say? Kevin, I, for one, appreciate your objectivity, but it got weird tonight. Yeah.
I asked him the other night if Brian Albert threatened you.
Well, I mean, everybody.
About John's brother.
I mean, if you would do it the same way.
Look at, he's so pissed.
The can to the back of the bumper.
Saying
I'm not saying it's a tow truck. The car was movable. The car's movable.
All right, so somebody came in and drove it out, and it was undetected. And,
yeah, he's convinced at this
you know,
point.
I mean,
convinced. Not there. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right, but the family was still there and stuff like that. So I mean, you know, someone all of a sudden notices the truck. Someone's driving out of the driveway with the truck. So I mean,
whoa!
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's more. The more complicated this has to get to be, the
I'd
more
like
we
to
should
know-
say, okay, wait a minute, maybe.
What about the car being towed to Canton and not Middleborough? Oh, I'm in the way. My bad. Hold on. What about the car being sold to Canton and not Middleborough, says T-Mall. T-Mall. Today's t-shirt is brought to you by the Middleborough Sachems? I don't know. I have no idea. But it's brought to you by them. Okay? That's what it's brought to you by. Okay. I hear there are more like streams like this with like Kevin and these sachems. What an idiot. Sorry. About like that moment in time, and I'm gonna do some digging. Maybe we can watch some more. Okay. Let's end today's classroom on some light, happy reading. On some positivity. And let me see what's going on after. If you guys have any questions or any comments, go ahead and pop them in. Pop them in before we say goodbye for the weekend. And I send you on your way. And you're all grown up, you know. You gotta go and get angry at all my honesty. And I just need my emotion again. Is it too late now to say sorry? Brother Council is going over the Mega Motion at 2. Melanie's going over the Mega Motion at 10, part 2. I'll send you to Miss Melanie. The dean of schools, the teacher, main teacher. And I'm missing on your body. Oh. Yeah, what's the date of that stream? I don't know. I saw someone say happy belated to Sean. I think Sean's birthday is one day before mine. So I'm guessing 2 years ago around this time, around September. Redo the poll. Oh my God, you are trying to get justice for your brother. council. I would also like to take a moment while I set this up just to thank the students and the entire student body of this class. You keep class going. We keep the lights on around here. And I'm just appreciative. So thank you for being good students. You guys are. All right. I'm going to ask who you letting There you go. While you take your poll, let's end on a more like a reflective note, actually, not even positive, more reflective. So yesterday we were discussing, and I brought up just the current climate of everyone and people, and like you take the social temperature of everybody. It's a very odd time for people. Like, people don't really want to leave the house. They're afraid of things. They're nervous. Things are scary. Things are scaring them. Like whatever. It's just it's a weird time, right? And I remember yesterday I discussed how the word is powerful, right? Spoken word is extremely powerful. It's what separates us from everything else. It holds a lot of weight. It holds a lot of weight. It's powerful. So to choose the words you use carefully with precision, right? And to be mindful of the things we say. Just a little extra mindful. And I'm going to read you a little excerpt from one of my favorite books. This is a little more of a serious part. So if you're like, I can't handle any of this, then have a wonderful weekend and I'll see you on Monday morning. If not, it's an excerpt from the book. There was a woman who was intelligent and had a very good heart. She had a daughter whom she adored and loved very much. One night she came home from a very bad day at work, tired, full of emotional tension, with a terrible headache. She wanted peace and quiet, but her daughter was singing and jumping happily. The daughter was unaware of how her mother was feeling. She was in her own world, in her own dream. She felt so wonderful. She was jumping and singing louder and louder, expressing her joy and her love. She was singing so loud that it made her mother's headache even worse. And at a certain moment, the mother lost control. Angrily, she looked at her beautiful little girl and said, "Shut up. Your voice is ugly. Can you just shut up?" The truth is, the mother's tolerance for any noise was non-existent. It was not the little girl's voice that was ugly, but the daughter believed what her mother said. And in that moment, she made an agreement with herself. After that, she no longer sang because she believed her voice was ugly and she didn't want to bother anyone who heard it. She became shy at school. If she was asked to sing, she refused. Even speaking to others became difficult. Everything changed for this little girl because of this new agreement she made with herself. She believed she must repress her emotions in order to be accepted and loved. Whenever we hear an opinion and we believe it, we make an agreement, and it becomes a part of our belief system. This little girl grew up, and even though she had a beautiful voice, she never sang. She developed a whole complex from one moment. This moment was cast upon her by the one who loved her the most. This spell was cast upon her by the one who loved her the most, her own mother. Her mother didn't notice what she did with her word. She didn't notice that she used its power to put a spell on her daughter. She didn't know the power of her own word, and therefore she isn't to blame. She did what her own mother, father, and others had done to her in many ways. They misused the word. How many times do we do this, even with our own children? We give them these types of opinions, and our children carry this for years and years. Most people who love us do this on us, but they don't know what they do. This is why we must forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. Something to take with you for the weekend, okay? I went away for a few minutes. Are we getting Kevin's villain origin story? We don't know it yet. We're going to try and figure it out together. I don't know it. We as a collective don't know it. So, you know, that's all. Did a man write that? Christy, do you need to have an issue with everything? Can't you just take something at face value and enjoy your fucking day? Please. All right. God bless everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Be good to each other. Be kind to each other. I'll see you Monday morning. Life is serious. Don't take it too seriously. Just like Christy, how she's giggling here because she's a ditzy girl. God bless. And I will see you guys later. And enjoy your time. Be good. And let me make sure I'm sending you to the right place too. Mother fungool. Hold when that. It's not over. It's not over. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm sending you to Miss Melanie. Yeah, I know I'll let you down. Yep. See you in the chat room. Let's talk shit.
He's out of his league the minute he even thinks about trying to even approach Auntie Deb. She's gonna freaking lay him out in lavender.
There's no coming back from Auntie Deb, man.
No, that's a death now. Final boss.
Gentle, you are not trying to cause problems, but you'll sting. Okay.
I'm afraid of Auntie. I am.
Oh.
We all are.
All my
We all are.
Yeah.
Of me?
Yeah.
That's assault.
She says that Aunt Deb, is it Aunt Deb, Jimmy? Jimmy likes you, Shy. I said, well, I'd hate to see what he'd be like if he didn't like me.
Jay Carp sends $10 and goes, Auntie Deb is a meanie. Auntie Deb is a meanie. I know. He's sassy and fresh.